The Tevise or Tevise 830B is clearly an homage to the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, but somewhere along the line the designers in the Chinese workshop has made some really bad design choices. So let's have a look at this thing. Good day to you all and welcome back to another BBW review. As mentioned, this is the Tevise or Tevise 830B, and it's clearly a very bad homage to the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak chronograph. I'm not sure what reference that is. Let's go over the dimensions very quickly. Start with the weight. The weight with the supplied stainless steel strap, which does kind of match the design aesthetics of the AP, is 123 grams. The diameter is 42, which I think also follows with the AP, 42 millimeters. The height from base to the flat mineral crystal is just 12 millimeters with a 5 millimeter push-pull crown. I'll come back to that in a minute. And this is the first design fault, which is a really bad one. Just have a look at that lug width. Now, with the actual watch itself, the case, it's actually 52 millimeters from end to end with the lugs. But when you take into consideration this strap, which obviously you have to because it's going to go on your wrist, that pushes out the width from end to end to an unwearable 65 millimeters, which I think even on an 8-inch wrist is going to be completely unwearable. And these don't bend down. This doesn't bend down anymore. I have tried to the point of nearly breaking it, but that's about as good as you're going to get, which is absolutely ridiculous. 65 millimeters lug to lug. Absolutely unwearable. Anyway, the case itself is a chrome-plated alloy, very polished on the sides, but does follow the aesthetic of the AP, and matches with the material on the stainless steel bracelet. The bezel is not movable, which I think follows the same as the AP. And as the first thing you'll notice is, just look at that alignment with those screws that aren't screws but just patterned. Look at that alignment. They couldn't even get it anywhere close to the 12. Absolutely terrible. And that 10 and 2 also a diagonal there. Absolutely awful. I'm not sure what the QC department was doing then. Did they not come back from lunch in time? Anyway, onto the dial. So it is a flat mineral crystal. The dial is, let me try and zoom in there. The dial is actually patterned, a waffle pattern I think they call it, and the indices are applied. You have standard applied indices all around, apart from the smaller ones at the 3 and 9, and the double at the 12, or the smaller one at the 6. This does replicate the AP chronograph, but as you can see, even in, it doesn't matter what lighting I put this in, those subdials with that reflection is absolutely unreadable. But despite being unreadable, they're actually quite useless as well. And even if I demonstrate it, the top pusher, which are quite nicely designed and they have a nice tactile feel, you can't actually see what they're doing. The bottom one is a reset. As best as I can, you can see that 6 o'clock, that bottom dial spinning around. And if I reset that, stop that. No, it's just got a mind of its own now. Those subdials are absolutely useless, apart from being, as I said, absolutely unreadable. So a waste of metals for there, and also for the pushers. They don't do anything. They have no purpose at all. The crown itself, let's have a look at this. Position over the 12, it's quite loose and floppy. Let's start that. And it doesn't jump when you press the crown in, but it really is really loose, too loose. Anyway, back to the face. This is, I think it's only available in a black dial with the waffle pattern, with applied indices and minutes painted all around. The hands themselves are just straight batten hands with no loom, and the second hand has an arrowhead with a loom on it that is just paint. The only other feature at the 430 is the date, which I don't have any complaints with it. I don't like dates, I don't have any complaint with this one, but it doesn't do anything to offset the other major design faults, especially these dials. That reflection, absolutely amazing. You can't see a thing. You can just about make out the numbers, let alone the hands themselves. And again, let me try that again. Now, I'm going to push in the top pusher. Nothing. It does actually work. In the right lighting, in the very specific lighting, you can see the 6 o'clock dial going round. It's got a, if you can see that, up to 60. It goes round in seconds, and the bottom pusher resets it. But again, you can't see a thing. And that's enough of this awful dial. The pushers, again, are quite nicely made. They do have a nice tactile feel, but unless they serve a purpose, why have them? Let's go on to the back. It's push, pull, and this strap is huge. Absolutely monster strap. And I have a problem undoing this second one. This with the pushers there. No, that's not working. So I'm pushing both the buttons in, but it doesn't want to release. Anyway, onto the back. The information is stainless steel cover, the designation 830B, and water resist, which is going to be just 30 meters. With the logo, the Tevise logo in the middle. It is push-pull. It's got a very basic movement inside. Now onto the strap itself, or the bracelet. It does follow the design pattern of the AP Royal Oak, but that is inexcusable. That. Let me show you. I haven't adjusted the bracelet to fit my wrist because I just have no intention of wearing it. But let me show you what it does look like on the wrist. Now here it is, and there you go. Look at those gaps. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm just guessing this would fit maybe an 8.5 to a 9-inch wrist. Mine is a 6.5-inch wrist. Absolutely unwearable. You could get a bus sideways down that gap there. Even if I press that one down, look at that gap, or accommodate for the left gap, look at that. So whichever way I try and wear it, it doesn't wear at all, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And that's how much bracelet you get. And I'm not going to adjust it because I have no intention of wearing this thing. So there you go. So there you go, the Tevise 830B. Now, generally speaking, Tevise, as a Chinese Homage manufacturer, generally do quite a good job of the homages that they do. But for this one, they really dropped the ball, and I think the design faults and the general aesthetics of this make it well, I can't really recommend this at all. Even though the price is quite low and the materials are quite good for the price, there's nothing about it that I can recommend really. So there you go. Thanks for watching anyway, and hope to see you again with another watch on the green chair. Until then, take it easy.